I'm born because I'm inspired by some of the speakers. So, well done everyone. You're laughing at this greeting. I come on the stage and I greet you all with the greeting I know when I grew up on. Well done. I'm from Jamaica. Anyone here from Jamaica, Caribbean? We got a few in the house. That's not regular. Alhamdulillah. So I got an interesting story if I can share some of it. I don't know who wrote this. This is from Wikipedia. I didn't write it, trust me. But I'm from Jamaica. I grew up in the Church of England as a Christian. I converted to Islam when I was 19. Alhamdulillah. So I've had a taste of all this in life. And it was our culture when you greet someone to say, you know, well, but who knows what this means? One of the youngsters, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? And when I converted to Islam, I remember they said, now you must greet people with peace. So when you see them, you greet them with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So it's a long greeting. What does it mean? It says, may the peace of God, Allah, be with you. Blessings from Allah be upon you, and His mercy be with you. So this is amazing. Imagine that going from like what's going on to now. Peace be with you, blessings be with you, and mercy. Amazing. And I also remember in church one day when they used to say, stand and look to the person to your right and say, may peace be with you. So it's a beautiful greeting. Alhamdulillah, this is what I greet you with today. So assalamu alaikum. When I heard everyone speak about mental health and the youth, it brings me back to some of my childhood. I'm going to do some poetry and perform, but it brought me back to my childhood and this happiness and this mental health. Because it's real. And I remember when I was raised, I wasn't in rooms really thinking about God too much and these type of topics. What I was thinking about was happiness. We all just want to be happy no matter what colour we are, what race we are, what age, what gender, what religion. We all want that happiness, that inner peace. But we all search for that happiness in different places. Now what was going to make me happy as a young boy? As a young boy, what would make me happy is just if we go into Tesco's and mum said I can have a sweet. I'll be the happiest kid in the world. Mum, please can I have a chocolate? Yeah, you can have it, I'm happy. I start singing as I'm eating. But as I get older, you have this thing called pride, ego, shame. It develops in you. You now care about what people think. By the time I was 11, 12 years old, I was no longer just happy if my mum would give me a sweet from the shop. Now I want new trainers because I want to look cool. Mum, can I have new trainers? Can I have new trainers? When I was 5 years old, I didn't care what trainers I was wearing. My trainers, as long as they was blue and red, I'll say, yeah, these are Spider-Man trainers. And if you press this, you jump high. Or if you do that, you can run fast. It didn't matter what the name was. But when you get to 11, 12 years old, you know you care. You need Nike, Adidas. It matters now. Because if I don't have the right stuff, people's going to laugh at me. But my mum come from Trench Town in Jamaica where people walked around barefoot. She didn't have much money. So when she came to the UK, she's broke. And she didn't have much religion, no faith. So when she don't have no faith, she also has no hope. So when I'm seeing my mum go through something, what we call now mental health and depression. Because when my mum was 2 years old, her mum left her with the neighbour. Because she met a man, and the man's family would never have accepted her if she had a child before, previously. So she had to pretend she never had a child, and she gave my mum to the neighbour and went and took this opportunity to be with this man. So my mum grew up with no family, no parents. She don't know who her mum is, her dad is. And from 2 years old, left with a neighbour, and she manages to get to England as a teenager. And she's living in a council flat in South London, and she has me. So I'm seeing this woman who's struggling for money. And she's stressed, and she's got no religion. So what she does when she's stressed is she turns to the bottle. She's just drinking vodka all day, every day, getting really drunk. This is mental health, this is depression. I'm watching this mum, and I'm a child. But I don't understand. So I'm going through my own things. People used to say my trainers were talking because the front was ripped. So when people talk to me, they go, yo, what's going on, bro? And I say, what do you mean? He said, no, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to your trainers. Your trainers are talking. So I'm going through these stresses. So I say, Mum, please, what will make me happy? Mum, please, can I have a new pair of trainers? Can I have a new pair of trainers? I need some Nike. My mum's drunk. She said, we ain't even got money for food. And you're asking me for trainers. How are we going to do? What are you going to do? Eat the trainers for dinner? Not getting, no. So I'm unhappy. I'm in a state of sadness. My mum says, go to the shop. Write some things down. Corned beef, rice, bread. Get these things. But she didn't give me no money. So she says, give me the note. She writes on the back, give my son these things. I'll pay you at the end of the month when I get paid. So now I've got to take this note and go to the shop with no money. I'm now stressed. I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed as a child. Why do I have to go to the shop with no money? I don't want no one to see that we're struggling like this. So I wait till the shop's empty. Then I go out to the shopkeeper and I give him the note. I say, yeah, my mum said, can you give us these things and she'll pay you at the end of the month. He looks at it and he says, tell your mum this is the last time. So now I picked up the things. I was angry. I wanted to just throw it down and say, keep it, but I couldn't because my mum, she's Caribbean, Jamaican woman. If I got home and she said, where's the stuff? And I said, I just told him to keep it. I might as well not turn up home. So I picked up the stuff and I went home. But as I'm walking home and my trainers are talking, and I've got this free stuff, and I'm ashamed and I'm embarrassed, there's an anger building up inside me. As this young kid, why don't we have it? Why don't we have nothing? Why are we struggling? Why are we going through this? Why is my mum always drunk? There's other people in the world who are not going through what I'm going through. You know, sometimes in school the teacher says, oh, these children have anger issues. He has problems. These problems are coming from somewhere. So now I'm thinking, I want to be happy. And the media, society lets us believe that success is measured by wealth, materials. These things will make me happy. So that's what I'm chasing. I want money. Because if I have money, then my life will be okay, my mum will be okay, my trainers will be better. I just want money. And I'm watching TV. My role models. And those on TV, I used to watch the rap stars. And you know when you watch the rap stars in the music videos, I hope you're not watching and giving, because you know the real role models. But when I'm watching these role models, these rap stars, they make them look so glossy and so fabulous. You know, they'll be on a yacht in the middle of Miami. And the wind's just blowing with their shirt blowing like this, and he's got a nice big chain on, and he's got a Cuban cigar, and he's got his sunglasses, and the women are all wearing bikinis, and then everyone just looks perfect, and he's going, yo, I'm big pimpin', spending trees, it's just a jigger man, pimp C, and I'll be in my bedroom in my pajama shirt, I'd open it up, I'd roll up an old bus pass, put it in my mouth, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm big pimpin', spending G's. This is who I want to be like, this is the life I want. This is where I'm getting my motivation and my inspiration from. Wow. But my trainers are talking. My mum got her first job. And when she got her first job, it was like a big celebration. £800 a month, £800 a month, we're rich. Turn up the reggae music, we're dancing in the house, I can't wait. And then she says, she's getting paid on this day. I rushed home from school. I said, Mum, did you get paid? Did you get paid? She says, yeah, I got paid. Go in your room, I got you a present. So I run to my room to see my present. I see 2 sports bags. One of them's hard. I see like a box is in there. Okay, that might be trainers. The other one's soft. That might be a tracksuit. I'm happy. This is all I need to make me happy at this age. As I open the box, you know the trainers, some of you might know, you know like the Adidas shell toes, they're like 3 stripes, fresh white. I took them out, I'm looking at them, oh my mum. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold on. Adidas has got 3 stripes, not 4. Wait, what's this? I look on the tongue. Arribas. Mum, what's this? Mum, this ain't Adidas, this is Arribas. And my mum's like, yeah, I didn't say it was Adidas. I said, where did you get it from? It's fake. It's not Adidas, it's fake. She said, I got it from the market near my work. I said, Mum, the market? No. You're killing me. So the shame is coming in. I said, I'm not wearing it, it's fake. I threw it down. And I'm upset, I'm crying. And I picked up the other bag. I don't know why I got this hope, but I opened the other bag in hope and I'm taking it out. I should have known it's the same brand, it's the same shop. As I took out the other bag, I'm looking like, no, please, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, Arribas. Oh my God. So now I've got the full Arribas tracksuit and Arribas trainers. So my mum's looking at me and she's saying, what? I said, I'm not going to wear it, it's fake. They're going to laugh, it's fake, it's fake. She said, put it on now and go outside. My mum's angry, she's hurting. She's not only hurting because she's thinking, how did I raise such an ungrateful child? She's also thinking, I tried to do good and I've let him down, I've let myself down. So she's upset. But the way she handles that upset is put it on and go outside. So I'm like, no, please, no, put it on. So I put on the whole tracksuit, trainers, I'm crying, I'm wiping my tears, I don't want them to know. I walk outside and I can see everyone, I'm full Harry Bastard. But they're playing football. And that's a good thing, because while they're playing football, I'm thinking to myself, do you know what, football's a sport, we don't stop moving, and if I just keep moving, you won't tell if it's 3 or 4 strikes, they'll never know. So I'm trying to join in the game, and then one of the guys, Nathan, picks up the ball, he's like, hold on a second, I'm saying, Nathan, just keep playing, Nathan, keep playing. He's like, wait there, keep still. What's that? I say, what's wrong with it? Harry Blast. Everyone's got Harry Blast. Everyone starts laughing. Now as a child, it's amazing that now I can tell these stories and smile about them. But these were the things that was killing me as a child. These were the same stories I used to cry about, and I used to think, what kind of life do I live? But somehow I turn these stories into books, films, talks on stage, and I've made a life out of it. Some of the worst things I ever went through. And what happened was at 15 years old, I got my first film for the BBC. And I never forget when they came to pick me up in an S-Class Mercedes on that same council estate. And I'm looking at this big Mercedes car, it's my first day of filming. And I'm saying, wow, and he's like, good morning, Mr. Chin, opening the door for me. I said, wow. He said, he's like, yeah, would you want to get inside? I can see a bottle of water and a script. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get in. And he's like, he's looking at me, he's in a suit. I'm just looking around. He's thinking, you getting in or you not? I'm saying, yeah, but I need to wait for someone to see me get in the car. I'm not just going to get in the car. I need someone to see. So I can be like, oh, hi, yeah, it's my chauffeur, going to work. Because this is what we need. So we feel validated. So we feel like it was worth it. When other people praise us, it lifts us up. But you know what's crazy? 2 weeks after getting chauffeur driven in that S-Class, I remember not caring about it anymore. I remember saying to them, I'm going to make my own way today. Don't worry about the car. Now I was getting this film, I was earning like £1,000 a week, and I was buying so much trainers. I was never wearing Arabas again. I was buying so much trainers. I was the guy always known for new trainers. But you know what? I stopped caring about trainers. Everything I dreamed for and I wished for, I no longer cared about. And it's true, what I was just hearing. It's like all these materials and these things, I was still left short. There was still an emptiness inside. There was still an emptiness inside. None of these things were fulfilling. So I realized we're looking for happiness in all the wrong places. We don't know where to find it. We think we know what will make us happy, but we actually don't. And I remember being 18 with a Mercedes car, my first Rolex watch, all this money and status, but in my bed, I still had that same issue. Like, my mum's drunk, and I could just break down and cry, and I don't even know why. Back then, I would never admit it. People thought I was cool. I was 18, I had everything. As men, we hide these feelings. But deep down inside, I knew I could just cry anytime. This is mental health. There's something missing until I realized, how do I expect the heart to find peace and to be content if you don't have a relationship with the one who created the heart? So I start talking to God. And I said, it's my only friend. Communicating with God is my only friend. Until I started questioning, what's the purpose of life? Why are we living? Where do we come from? Why are we here? What happens after we die? And when I found this religion of Islam, it's like I found a fulfillment and an inner peace. And it didn't matter what I was wearing. It didn't matter what I had. I remember being in Indonesia, living in a jungle basically, where my bathroom was literally 2 buckets, a red bucket to flush the toilet and a blue bucket to shower. But I was living my happiest days in my life there. I was at peace. And my first Ramadan, I remember I found it difficult. It weren't easy. I was alone. But it's been 20 years now. And it's beautiful to come to a school on my 20th year back. Because I didn't say, but I'm from South London. And I never ever spoke in South London at a school or something like an event. I've been back to the masjid. My first talk ever was in Lewisham Masjid. Imam Shakil asked me to tell my story where I went to live in Egypt. And now, 20 years later, I come back to South London to talk on a 20th Ramadan in front of people from all different races, religions, and tell my story. So alhamdulillah, it's a blessing to be here with you guys. and I just want to switch it up because we've been talking, and I've even been talking, I've been planting, but I want to entertain a little bit and perform a bit of poetry. So if I can have your ears for five minutes, I'm going to start off with my poetry a cappella, and then I'm going to play it back in, but I'll start off with the a cappella first. Has anyone heard me do poetry before? Live? A few. So this is my story, and I'll start off with Ramadan. Ramadan's here, lock away the shaitan. This is Taraweh prayer and standing in Qiyam. We call this the month for the Quran, good deeds and mercy. Allah, you love to forgive, so please forgive me. We start the fast at the sunrise and break at sundown. Iftar prepared, whole family gather round. We start with a date, wash it down with some water. Spend time in the mosque, catch the night of power. That's later till the Qadr where we cry with no shame. Hands in the air as we call out Allah's name. Letting out the pain and receiving the blessings. Lord knows that this life's been tested. It's amazing when I look at where I am today. This ain't what I was raised amongst, so called is the chosen way. I remember going to my church every Sunday. Mum's cooking recipes, listening to reggae. I was a typical bad boy, typical black household. Walk with my jeans low, face like I own the road. Before there was no hope, I used to make a lot of dough. But if you ask me what's your purpose in this life, I said I don't know. A few books, a few months, a lot of reading. A new season, it brings a new way of thinking. I reason when it's Muslim speaking, I listen. I smile because of the beauty I found in his religion. This is what was missing, the final piece of the puzzle. It started to make sense now. Before it was all muddled, I was stuck in the jungle. Blind like a bat now, I see quite clear, it's a laugh, and for that he brought me the facts now. The boy from the flats is the boy who lays his head on the map. It's as simple as that. And now that I found Islam, inshallah, I'ma never turn back. You see, I was raised around guns and roses, but inspired by the story of Moses. Oh Allah, have mercy on this soul of mine. I'm surrounded by guns and roses. I'm inspired by the story of Moses. Oh Allah, have mercy on this soul of mine. I was on the outside looking in, ghetto child lingering. Thinking, should I take it now? Thoughts were just wavering. Will it make my daddy proud? What am I gonna say to him? Can I go back to my house? Mommy, I'm a Muslim. How's she gonna take it down? How they gonna take it in? Will I end up kicked out? Will I get a kick in? I don't know what to do. I gotta plan my next move. I wanted to take Shahada soon. I really gotta think it through. You see what's right for me, I had to do. I live for me and not for you. I don't believe that is true. The things I see in the news, it's my choice, I'ma choose. I ain't got nothing to lose. This is the religion, the truth. Read the books, found the proof. Ismail came to me, sat me down and said to me, what's your purpose in life? It just is like a game to me. I would think occasionally, Ismail is right. I need to fix up my life tonight. Could be my last night. Just before the summer year 2002, my mind's already had a mind and now it's time to make a move. Made my way down to the stews. I linked up with my crew, sitting on a single chair, and my fingers through my hair. I said, yo, it's your Phil, it's your older brother here. Thankfully he says, yeah, Ismail was downstairs. He'll be up in a minute, he's having a word with his mother. He comes up, I tell him, I think I want to take my Shahada. He looks at me and smiles. I stand up, receive a hug. He said, I see you as a friend and we're looking like a bruv. Now I can feel the love, no longer feeling lost. He said, let's take a drive to New Cross. I said, I met my Uncle Yasser and his brothers from all over. They said it's time to leave the ghetto life way over your shoulder. I said, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. There's no truth but except Allah. Muhammad is his messenger. I'm a Muslim, I came from the streets to Islam, the ghetto. When I see my brother give a palm, embrace with a hug and greet me with salam. Salamu alaikum. My mom always tried her best to make sure her son was focused. My mom always had a smile no matter how slow her progress. Mom would always say that my son is the best, and mom never let me forget. You see, this life is just a test. When I was raised in Christianity, I used to go to church. Mom would drop me off to school, then she rushed off to work. And mum saw her son change when I turned 19, but she still loved me the same when I converted to this deen. She just started asking questions. Son, why are you doing that? I said, Mum, sit with me, watch a DVD of Ahmed Dida. And slowly but surely, Mum will recognize the truth and appreciate the change that I made since my youth. She knew I was flying away, she wanted to spend the day together. This was our moment, we went to the mosque together. It was enough to make me smile. Look at my mum with her hair covered. And then she got to do, she wanted to take her shahada. I said, Allahu Akbar. Now I'm like, mother, when I die, don't cry. Pray for me on my janazah, why? I believe in a life that goes on beyond the sky. I'm just trying to get there while I'm here still alive. Yeah, I say, mother, when I die, don't cry. Pray for me on my janazah, why? I believe in a life that goes on beyond the sky. We're just trying to get there while we're here still alive. Alhamdulillah. This piece I'm going to do, it's got a backing track to it. You can play the backing, that's it. This is just like, it's like me going on a journey. I've been on a journey, this life is a journey. And my best place I went to in my journey was where I went to do the pilgrimage in Mecca, and I just made up this rhyme. You ready to press play? Go for it.
This morning I was chilling at the
Up a bit. Has any of the children know this song? Anyone? Traveller. So this is a journey. I went to Hajj in 2015, and looking at myself being there, a black Jamaican, I just couldn't believe it. It's like I was found lost and guided.
Then I ended up in Istanbul. Last night I was in Switzerland. I'm a traveller on these lands.
And I live in this life like a traveller. I don't hold on to anything. We're not living here, we're just passing through. I'm 10 years of traveling. I say this journey's been amazing. I gave up something for Allah. He replaced it with something much better. You see, this life is a funny thing. I was daydreaming in Mina, then Arafat in the blazing heat, and Muzdalifah was a perfect sleep. I'm underneath the stars on the concrete. This belief here is concrete. Allah, look at what you done for me. Seriously, look at what you done to me. And I wish we could stop all our sins. I conceal them because they're embarrassing. Yeah, I'm ashamed of those bad deeds. But that would never stop me getting on my knees.
This morning I was chilling at the London. Then I ended up in Istanbul. Last night I was in Switzerland. I'm a traveller on these lands, sitting on a boat.
So we live in this life like travellers.
Cross the border to
We hold tight to nothing.
Next month shall be
Life is short.
I'm a traveller on these lands.
I live that life of a traveller. A journeyman crossing different lands. I can't live this life with a closed fist. Feel like the young boy in an alchemist. And I'd rather sit with animals than humans. It's like these humans ain't human. It's like their hearts ain't even red. We can't justify a type of bloodshed. And they can never get inside my head. I'm too comfortable with the man I am. I'm powerful, firm on his feet I stand. Their weaknesses I don't understand. The streets already take away too many. And cancer already take away too many. I continue on this journey like a soldier, with my daughter on my shoulder.
This morning I was chilling.
Thank you very much, South London, Orpington. It was a great guest. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. My small segment. Salam and peace.